The sun was just beginning to rise when Cinderella woke to the softest flutter of wings against her window. A swirl of tiny sparkles drifted through the room like drifting paint dust, settling on her blanket in glowing specks of pink, blue, and gold. Cinderella blinked sleepily and sat up. "Oh my," she whispered. "This isn't normal morning light." The heart chime rang gently, responding to the sparkles with a soft melody, and the tiny star-shaped clock on her nightstand ticked lightly, as if excited. Before she could call for the prince, a small paintbrush floating in midair tapped her gently on the shoulder. Tap, tap. She let out a tiny gasp. "Hello?" The paintbrush spun happily, dipped its tip into thin air, and, fish, painted a bright golden doorway in the center of her room. The paint shimmered, swirling like sunlight caught in water. Cinderella tilted her head. A doorway, made of paint. Before she could decide whether to step through it, someone peeked from the other side, a young boy with curly blue hair, splashes of rainbow paint on his clothes, and eyes that glowed like wet watercolor. "There you are," he said cheerfully. "Phew, I've been looking everywhere for you." Cinderella blinked. "You have?" The boy nodded eagerly. "Yep. I'm Prism, apprentice to the painter of dreams. Master Lazuli sent me to fetch you. Something strange is happening in Dreamland, and only someone with your heart can help." "Dreamland?" Cinderella repeated. "You mean where people sleep and dream?" Prism grinned. "Exactly. Normally, Master Lazuli paints everyone's dreams each night, weaving colors into stories. But his colors are disappearing. Whole dreams are fading to gray. If we don't fix it soon, the world will stop dreaming altogether." Cinderella gasped softly. "That sounds terrible." "It is," Prism said anxiously. "And we need you to help us restore the colors." She placed a hand over her heart and nodded. "Then take me there. I'll do whatever I can." Prism beamed, waving the paintbrush. The painted doorway opened wider, and Cinderella stepped through. The moment her foot crossed the border, she felt weightless, floating as if carried by a breeze made of imagination. Suddenly, they were soaring through a sky of swirling colors, clouds of lavender, rivers of turquoise, mountains painted in neon strokes. The stars above were giant splotches of glowing paint. Everywhere she looked, the world shimmered like an enormous living painting. When they landed, Cinderella gazed in awe. "This place is beautiful." Prism nodded sadly. "It used to be even brighter." In the center of Dreamland stood a tall tower shaped like a giant brush handle. At its top, a glowing swirl of paint hovered, once bright and rainbow-colored, now pale and flickering. A tall man with long white blue hair stood before the tower, wearing robes covered in swirling patterns. His eyes were gentle and wise, the eyes of someone who had seen 1,000 dreams. He bowed his head. "Welcome, Cinderella. I am Lazuli, painter of dreams." She curtsied politely. "Prism said you needed help." Lazuli nodded gravely. "Yes. A darkness has crept into Dreamland, a creature who steals color, feeding on fear and doubt. It calls itself the Grayscale Phantom. It weakens the imagination and turns dreams dull." Cinderella's eyes softened. "Then let me help bring the colors back." Prism practically hopped in excitement. "See, Master, I told you she'd come." Lazuli smiled gently. "Your heart holds courage, hope, and light, all the colors dreams are made of. To restore them, you must enter the canvas of forgotten dreams." He gestured, and in front of them appeared a large canvas glowing softly. But the painting on it was dull, all grays and shadows. A lone doorway painted on it flickered weakly. "That world holds lost colors," Lazuli explained. "You must step into the painting, face the phantom, and recover the stolen hues." Cinderella took a deep breath. "All right. I'm ready." With Prism clutching her sleeve and Lazuli holding his staff steady, Cinderella stepped into the canvas. Instantly, she found herself in a world drained of color. Gray trees stretched like shadows, gray skies loomed above, and the ground felt cold beneath her feet. Prism shivered. "I don't like it here." Cinderella squeezed his hand. "Stay close." But then a whisper drifted through the air. "You can't save them. Dreams always fade." The Grayscale Phantom emerged, tall, smoky, with glowing white eyes and hands that left trails of gray wherever they passed. Cinderella stepped forward. "I won't let you steal hope from dreams." The Phantom hissed. "Hope makes people hurt when dreams break." Cinderella shook her head. "Dreams aren't meant to stay perfect. They're meant to inspire." She reached for the heart chime, which glowed brightly. Its warm melody filled the gray world, and Prism gasped as the first bit of color, a soft pink, spread across the ground. "No!" the Phantom shrieked. "Color brings feeling. Feeling brings pain." Cinderella stepped closer. "Feeling also brings joy, love, wonder, courage." She held up the tear of truth, which shone like a star. Its pure light revealed something unexpected. Inside the Phantom was a tiny, trembling figure, a child made of fading color. "Oh," Cinderella whispered gently, "you weren't born from darkness. You are a forgotten dream." The Phantom froze, startled. Cinderella knelt closer. "Someone once dreamed you, but they stopped believing. You felt abandoned, so you took color to keep yourself alive." Slowly, the Phantom lowered its hands. The gray around it stopped spreading. Cinderella opened her heart completely. "Come with us. You don't need to steal color. You can be part of the Dreamland again." The Phantom's eyes softened, then melted into shimmering silver tears. Its shadowy form slowly changed back into a small child-shaped dream, glowing faintly in blue and purple. Prism gasped. "Master Lazuli can repaint him." Cinderella took the dream child's hand. "Let's go home." The canvas shimmered, and they stepped back into Dreamland. Colors rushed through the sky as Lazuli lifted his brush, painting vibrant hues onto the dream child. Pinks, blues, oranges, greens, all swirled into a beautiful spectrum. The Dreamland brightened instantly. Trees glowed again. Rivers shone. Stars burst into colorful sparkles. The tower's swirling paint reignited in a brilliant rainbow. Lazuli bowed deeply. "You have restored our colors and saved a forgotten dream." The dream child hugged Cinderella tightly, glowing in gratitude. Prism wiped tears from his eyes. "You're amazing." Cinderella smiled softly. Dreams deserve second chances, just like people. As she stepped back through the painted doorway to her room, the rising sun filled her window with colors more vivid than ever. The heart chime rang in harmony. The tear of truth sparkled, and Cinderella whispered, "May every child's dream tonight be filled with color." And that night, all across the kingdom, children dreamed in bright pinks, blues, and golds, because one girl with a gentle heart brought color back to the world of dreams. So remember, little dreamers, your imagination is a magical brush. Paint your world with every color your heart can hold.